So, good afternoon, gentlemen. As you probably know, I'm the official ambassador for the Italian Design Days in Turkey. I'm a curator, and I work with architecture since a long time. And the idea of those Italian Design Days video is a way to work on distance and to welcome all the excellencies of Italian design and Turkish partners talking to an international audience and maybe to Italian, Turkish audience. So today is the first one of a series of dialogues, and I will start introducing each other. So Cristian Brugnoli is a designer, is working for Technogym, is the responsible of the dialogue between architects and designers inside Technogym. And Leopoldo Cavalli is the CEO of Visionnaire, one of the excellence of Italian interior design and furniture. And Mehmet Çakmak is the owner of Scavolini, Turkey. And so he's one of the companies based on both sides of the marketplace, between Italy and Turkey and vice versa. Today, the idea, as you know, is to dialogue a little bit about the essence of Italian design and what you think is the key component, the key argument expressing the quality of Italian design today. Thinking that we are living a very difficult, complex time. So I will ask to each of you the same thing, so we can make a round and so we can confront the position. So just simply, can you tell me which is your idea of Italian design? Which is the essence of Italian design? What is the element which is surviving a long time and representing Italian design in this moment? So I will start with Cristian, if you don't mind.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So, good question. Let me just introduce a bit of myself, maybe that will help even to understand my answer. I was born in a family of ebanists. My grandfather was working with Gio Ponti and Dico Parisi, just realizing their furniture. So I was just a kid walking in the factory, checking what they are doing. Then I study architecture, and then I start to work with some design company, Italian design companies, for more than 20 years. Now it's 2 years and a half I'm in Technogym. Why Technogym? Because I consider Technogym 100% a design company. I think that why Italian design is different is because of the creativity that we put in every single project, the attention to every single detail that we put in every single project. It's about the good design, because we are worldwide recognized as good designers. And least but not last, let me say the brand equity, because if we have anyway a position of our brand on the top of the list worldwide, it's very important. It's something that will help every brand, every Italian brand, to build up their own desirability. Building up a desirability, it's not about the pandemic, it's not about the trends, but you will be always a brand to look at what we are doing, where we are opening, the last launch of product that we are doing. Then, you know, we in Technogym, we always try to be up to date. Now it's not only about good design of the product, but it's good design of the content. Our products now, 50% are content, is what we are communicating with the screen. So we are just launching a live platform on our card equipment, where you can train live with personal trainer that you can check in the world your favorite one, and you can have a group cycle class with indirect with him, or you can run with a fantastic environment on the screen. You can watch your favorite Netflix series or just send some email. So it's not only the design of the product, but the design of the content that you are giving is very, very important.
I think that what you are describing is very interesting, because in a way it's a kind of a natural evolution of Italian design from the real essences. You were quoting Gio Ponti and Parisi, which are some of the best well-known designers of what we can consider today the classic modern Italian design, to the idea that good design is always evolving, no? So it's always considering life and the situation as a platform of experimentation, of research, where innovation, quality of life, and well-being are always together. So design is not only the product, but it is a way of living. Is something that surrounds you, no? Which in a way interpret an idea of living, which is a diffuse quality, beauty of the thing that you have around, perfect functionality, but without being overwhelmed by hyper technology. The life is at the center.
Yeah, so especially now, in particular in this period, you know, to give to the final client, we are a company that we go direct to consumer, and to us to give to our customer a seamless experience is our goal.
Yes. Mehmet, sorry that your audio is on. You should switch it off. Sorry.
Sorry, okay.
Well, experience is another very important keyword. I think that is central today, because we are living on experiences, because we need to deal with them. And may I ask to Leopoldo Cavalli, what is importance in generating an experience of beauty, considering Italian design, since Visionnaire is so much dealing with beauty every day?
At least we try, yes. Beauty is and nature, of course, is inspiring us every day. We try to connect also beauty with all the senses. And in particular, you know, Visionnaire is not only a company of products, but it's first of all a company of solutions. And I'm happy to be in the same panel as Technogym, because we are thinking more and more about the well-being of our privileged clients. For example, what we are living now, I mean, this very particular year, 2020, which is changing completely our way of living, is interfering a lot also with the kind of projects of interior design that we are proposing to the market. For example, in a new villa, in a new project, I think that if you don't consider the request of well-being, which now is absolutely essential in a kind of protocol that in Visionnaire we call intensive wellness, because you know you are using your villa, you are forced to use your residence, your home in an intensive way. And before COVID, probably you were not so attentive to how your villa was connected. Now you are much more, because your kids needs to go to school from the house and you have to work from your house. So you need to connect your house, and you need to have proper spaces to give the possibility to your kids to attend their school class and to work professionally in the same way you would work, you know, from your office, from home. Before COVID, you probably, maybe you have a tapis roulant, but you don't think that much because you go to the gym. But during the lockdown, you couldn't go to the gym. So the people that have in their home a prepared space with the right technology and with the right tools, they were more comfortable. They could, train themselves without going out, from their house. And the one who has not think about, to dedicate one space of their house to the training, they couldn't train. The same for the treatments, why should I make a proper specialized, room for the treatments? I can go to the spa. No, you can't go to the spa during the lockdown. So you should treat your house also with a specific ambient for the treatments. And what about the medical room? So we are now making special projects, even for very important Italian VIPs, which need to have their house or to reconsider their house with a medical room, which is a little universe, which is prepared for someone who unfortunately is not in a good shape. Maybe it can be infected or maybe not, maybe just, it's another kind of problem. But if you are infected, in Italy, we have about 200,000 cases of families who have to treat somebody infected in their home. They are not prepared. The house is not prepared. So the whole family has been infected and the whole house is banned. Okay? So I think that who is taking care about project and solutions now has to think about the time we're living. And so, for example, to treat a space, a corner of the house with a separate entrance, with a tunnel of negative pressure to segregate the air, from the main living of the house to this particular piece of the house where somebody can, stay without infecting the rest of the family. So probably now is really essential to consider the layout and the equipment of the house with much more attention than before. And this is, we have the chance to work with the high spenders, okay? And so people who have big villas or big penthouses or big apartments. Of course, they have the chance and the privilege to, to afford all the tools that can make their home like a privileged home, where to make a golden lockdown. But in general, I think at any level, you need to prepare your house for an intensive wellness. So I think that actually we are all a little bit remodeling our offer also because of the time we're living.
Thank you, Leopoldo.
It's true.
I completely agree with you. It's very interesting to see how different specialized brands can collaborate together. Then I will go back to Mr. Cavalli about the Italianity of design. So now I'm asking to Mehmet Çakmak. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so you are in a very interesting position because you brought an Italian brand in Turkey, and so you are very close to Italian design. So, which is as a Turkish, which is your idea of the nature and the identity of Italian design? What do you think?
İtalyan tasarım hakkında ne düşünüyorsunuz?
We think about Italian design. We are an Italian family, first of all.
Yeah.
Okay. My wife is Italian, and a long time we grow up 2 children, Italian children, and we know this culture very close. And I think Italian design is very leader in world, And before this COVID time and after COVID time, and we close in house. This is a long time. We use this culture every time. The Turkish culture is very close to Italian culture, actually, and they like Italian design. I don't know why. Maybe Mediterranean culture is very
Close to each other.
Close to each other. Maybe I said we are Italian, and we think this Italian design is very close to us. I'm not sure about but the Turkish Pazar market very welcome to Italian design every time in this decoration or design and these things, I think.
Okay, and so what do you think about? I mean, why for you Italian design is so good? I mean, which is the essence? So, which are the character of Italian design?
İtalyan tasarımının karakteri, onun özü ne, onun farklı kılıyor?
Italian character is
İsterseniz Türkçe konuşayım.
Daha ilk, her zaman ilk.
First of all, in Italy, in terms of Italian design, they're always the first one finding the solutions and turning them into design solutions. So, deneyimlerden.
Yani bir şeyin tekrarı olmuyor. Hep başlangıcı oluyor.
And it's always a new starting point, and also it's always an experience in terms of design, not the design itself. And the important thing is the experience. Okay, so it's very clear. Thank you. I go back to Cristian Brugnoli because we are all talking away about the house. It's very interesting because in the last 8 months, home come back to the center, a very kind of a reflection. Probably because everybody has been locked down in a house, so it's very interesting. We move from community places to domestic places, and I know that Technogym is always playing on both sides. No, it's the quality of the product is related to gym, it's true, but also to domestic environment. So, how do you feel that the domestic environment will be reshaped under the pressure of this situation? How do you feel the idea of the house of the next year will be in a way changing about? İç dünyamız ve evimiz, yaşadığımız yerler nasıl
değişiyor? Can you switch off the microphone? Sorry.
Sorry?
No, if you switch off the microphone, because I asked Cristian Brugnoli.
Cristian'ın bize sormuyor mu?
Okay.
No. Okay.
Are you asking us?
I'm asking to Cristian Brugnoli of the house. Yeah. Cristian, l'audio. Okay.
Are you listening to me? Yes. Can you hear me? Yes, fantastic. Yeah. So as mentioned before by Leopoldo, now it's a big trend to have a wellness area in the house. Doesn't matter, to be honest, about the dimension of this house, because to us is you can even work on a wellness ball. We have this product that is a ball where you can sit even in your office. And there is anyway a barcode on this wellness ball that you can just picture with your iPhone, and will give you more than 60 exercises that you can do just with a wellness ball. The same with the mat, or it's all about movement or what you can do. It's you are lucky to have a big villa or a big penthouse, as mentioned by Leopoldo before. Fantastic. We have a lot of solution for you, but it's important to have the solution even for the people doesn't have that kind of space. Anyway, Technogym, yes, it's true. It's working on 4 different segments because we were born with the gym, but nowadays, especially the home segment is very, very important. Is all our effort are home driven right now, let me say, and we are facing a very, very very important growth in this segment, speaking about orders and numbers. Technogym is even focused on different segments because we are working in hotel and residential too. We are working in corporate, and we are working in medical. Speaking about the corporate is another segment very, very interesting in this period. That is changing a lot. How is changing the approach to wellness in the home environment? It's even changing the approach of wellness in corporate environment. You don't know how many projects of new offices I'm working on with architects all around the world for new offices, where they are asking maybe a fitness room, or maybe to have anyway the wellness spread in all the floor of the offices. Maybe can be just a meeting room with a wellness ball instead of common chairs. Can be a break area with a flexibility machine that is an equipment where you can practice your stretching, or another breaking area with a bike. Why not? So we have a lot of opportunity. Now we think, I think personally, that wellness is everywhere. We try every day to build up an ecosystem to work everywhere, in office, in hotel, at the gym, at our private houses, outdoor, why not? So, you know, it's everywhere, absolutely. I can't hear you, Luca.
I mean, it's very interesting because what happened in the last months was a kind of acceleration of a process which was around. I mean, as you very well know, we are not living anymore this functional separation between one box to another, which means that you can say flexibility. I mean, wellness is everywhere, which means that your experience can be placed everywhere. And this is very important because it's a kind of a revolution of the places we are living. No? And this is one, let's say, one flow. But on the other, the current situation is boxing us back to our places now, because the limit to freedom, let's say, in terms of a pandemic situation, is asking to every place to offer different solutions in the same concentrated place. So it's very interesting in this moment because we are living a kind of contradiction between a reality which was more and more fluid, let's say, and a situation which is asking something slightly different, let's say. What I imagine is that you are producing experiences that can be placed everywhere. So the maximum flexibility allows what you're working on to be placed in different situations without being out of place.
Absolutely, absolutely. Speaking of product and of content, again, we have an app, the My Wellness app, that everyone can download for free, that is following you wherever you are. I always use it and use it when I was allowed to travel. Unfortunately, now it's a really tough period for me, because I used to travel the middle of my life and to be on the plane, to visit big cities. And every time I go in New York, in Shanghai, in Melbourne, in Dubai, everywhere I am, one of the first things I do when I enter in the hotel is to check my wellness app if in the hotel there is Technogym equipment. To be honest, I check before. Otherwise, I change the hotel. But okay, I check if the equipment are there. Then in the morning, I go down. I'm an early bird. I love to train early morning. I go down in the gym. My app allow me to record myself on the equipment. The equipment recognize me everywhere I am. Good morning, Cristian. This is the training for you today. Yesterday you did this. So it's something that come with you wherever you are. So it's always about experience and a seamless experience, as I said before.
Okay, so my last question is about the Technogym community. I mean, as an expert on architecture, I remember when the factory of Technobuild has been designed and built by Antonio Citteri, if I don't mind, if I don't mistake. And but what impressed me about the building, the quality of the building, was the quality of the community. I mean, it was not only built a building, but it was a kind of designing a new way of working together, generating new concept. And so I would like you to explain how much is important to design a space for working on different way. And this is a very good representation of the philosophy of Technogym and also of good working together. Since it's a good example of a 360-degree Italian design, I would say.
So I tell you, I answer to you with an example.
Okay.
I lived the last 20 years of my life in Milan.
Yeah.
I moved 2 years and a half ago to Cesena, in the Wellness Valley, when Neri Alessandri came to pick me up from Milan and say, I need you here. You will fall in love with this place. I went there, I visited Technogym village. I start the first months, you know, like this. I was there with my fiancée and starting to work inside this fantastic building. The nature is all around is fantastic. In 20 minutes, I'm at the seaside. In 5 minutes, I'm on the fantastic hills. Nothing to envy to the Tuscany hills, because they are amazing, really. It was a big surprise to me. And every time I speak with some of my friends here in Milan, that I have still a lot of friends here in Milan, of course, they are asking me, but are you not missing Milan? And my answer is not at all. Not at all. I'm in love with the Wellness Valley. This is the quality of life. Is any way to live in a clean environment, to work in a company that allow you to make exercise early morning. At 7 a.m. I can go in our fantastic gym that I think is the best wellness center in the world. At 7 o'clock in the morning, it's open. To be honest, at 6:45, I can go there and I can train there in a fantastic environment. I finish, take my shower, 2 floors, by stairs, of course, not with the lift, and I'm sitting in my office. It's fantastic. We have the lunch break. We have our restaurant inside. This is a real restaurant. We have 3 different menus every single day: an organic menu, a vegetarian menu, and a Mediterranean menu where we can check our dish. That's something, it's quality of life, it's welfare, it's about the well-being of the employees. And in Cesena, we are more or less 800 people in that quarter. And you can see a lot of people training, you know, in the lunchtime, people go out with the bike, go out running, play basketball, make yoga outdoor, make Tai Chi outdoor. You know, it's yes, it's true. It's a sort of community that you build up, a sort of community, and you like to work in that place. It's very, very important. Why before I told you about that corporate segment is growing up so much? Because it's about the talent acquisition.
Sure.
And how Neri Alessandri and Technogym conquest me. It's I hope to be a talent, I don't know. But anyway, it's because I arrived in this company that I think it's unique in Italy. It's unique. And this, even the project of the Wellness Valley, you know, look like something, but it's real. Yeah. It's real because there are many activity linked to the Wellness Valley. It's not only about Technogym. There are a lot of other actors, you know. It's I think, yes, it's very, very important for the talent attraction. Otherwise, maybe why I have to go to Cesena? I mean, from Milan. I have everything in Milan. I had a fantastic office in the city center. The city in Milan is changing a lot, and architecturally speaking, is always better. Architecturally speaking, I don't want to speak about other questions, but the look of the city is better and better. But I don't have just only one regret. I'm so happy to be in Cesena, and it's about because I'm so happy to work with a company with a vision.
Sure.
The vision of the company is to make people live better.
Yeah.
Our social campaign is let's move for a better world. And I'm so proud to be part of this.
And so, considering the uniqueness of the experience you're living and the uniqueness of Technogym, which are for you, I mean, that you can talk about, the next goals? I mean, what are you looking about? I mean, which are the goal in front of you, the next step for Technogym that you can explain to people? Yeah.
As my boss say, everyone needs Technogym.
Okay.
Everyone. Could be really an app, a free app, a wellness ball, a treadmill, a bike. Everyone needs Technogym. So we want to reach everybody all around the world. We are trying to reach everybody. My personal goal is to make Technogym recognizable as a design company.
Clear.
We are not anymore a fitness company. We are a fitness company, a design company, a wellness company, a content company, a digital company. It is about the ecosystem I was speaking about before. So this is my personal goal. So that's why I'm traveling a lot in all these architectural practices worldwide, just to spread this message. Don't forget that Technogym won a lot of design awards. We have 2 Compasso d'Oro. We have 1 mention with the Compasso d'Oro. We have Design Index, Red Dot, and so on. So many design awards we won. But many people still recognize us as a fitness company. We are not anymore a fitness company.
It's a metamorph under construction, let's say.
Yes.
So thank you so much for your time. I know that you are leaving.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you, Luca.
Enjoy the design week and hope to see you soon. Okay.
Hope to see you soon, personally, maybe in Istanbul. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm going to, again, to Leopoldo Cavalli, asking about this idea of ecosystem, because before, at the beginning, you were talking about the relationship between good design and nature. And nature means also sustainability, means quality of life. But it's very interesting because somebody who's working on, let's say, leading solution is bringing nature back into this course, no? Which was not natural a few years ago. So the situation is changing a lot. So how is important nature and sustainability in good design?
It is essential because the resources in this planet are limited. And we need to preserve the planet because it's the only planet that we've got. We are growing as crazy. So the population has grown, I think, 3 times in the last 60 or 70 years. And so there is a problem which is effective about natural resources. And this give to the corporations like mine that use quite a lot of wood, quite a lot of stones, quite a lot of leathers, etc., a big responsibility. Not only in regard to the limited natural resources to use, but also in relation to the emissions that these materials that we are using are spreading to our clients. So I think that there is a big underestimation when we think about one villa, one property, one real estate property. We are used to consider and evaluate the property in regards to the position, to the price per square meter, and in the last 10 years about the efficiency in terms of absorption of electricity, the capacity to work with solar panels or you know, how can I say? Yeah, some equipment to take the, but nobody is talking about the emissions of the house in regards to the inhabitants of the house. So where are you sleeping? Where are you putting your face in the sofa? How is treated that letter? How much you are smelling formaldehyde from the emissions of the glue, which is included in your chest, in your wardrobe, in your in your kitchen, etc., etc. No, nobody is considering which is the damage or the benefit that the house is giving to the habitant. Nobody is counting this. There is not a graduation of, but we know that the major parts of the illness, especially the degenerative illness, are caused by the DNA of the ambient that we live in, our office, our own, first of all. So I think there is a big step of consciousness that needs to be, so it's not only about responsibility in using some precious materials, but also the way we are working, the way we are treating those materials, the way we are building our products and projects in general, the materials that we are using for painting, the materials that we are using for the furniture, etc., etc. It's something that we need to consider more and more if we want to live longer and in a better shape, of course, because now we have people 80 years old, 85 years old that wants to live like a 60 years old. So yeah. Not only in the armchair watching TV, no, they want to do exercise. They want to, so how to, and this is a big conquer, you know, of the society. So, but to have a real progress, we should start to evaluate the ambient where we are living. About what we were the responsible use of the materials and the well-being of our general stakeholders of the company. We are like Visionnaire, for example, making a process which is emission, which is called B Corp, Benefit Corporation. What is a benefit corporation? Is a corporation that thinks about itself, but also about the benefit and the wellness and the well-being of all the stakeholders. So suppliers, employees, clients, for a better world, a more responsible use of the planet. This is for sure, I think, one mission that every company should have in the agenda. In a long term, of course, it's not something that you can have it in few days or in few weeks. It's a mood, you know, of the company. So I think the more the company will be attentive to this attitude, and the more genuine will be the attitude of the company in this direct direction, the more the company will be successful in the future, because these are thematics which are very, very much recognizable and important for the clients.
Well, I think that the idea of let's say green labeling will be part of a good design. I mean, it's very interesting because you know, Visionnaire, as a few others Italian companies, well known for the well done, no? The idea of fatto bene, fatto d'arte. But now I think that with the fatto d'arte, with well done, there will be a green well done, which means also a kind of awareness and consciousness about the world we are living and the place we are. Yeah. The beauty also comes also from the quality of the environment we are living, not only from the quality of the solution we are providing. So it's I think it's very important as a point of view you are bringing. So I think that this is enough for today. thank you so much for your presence. It was a real pleasure. I hope we'll see in Istanbul, hopefully, or in Italy, whatever. And good luck for your work in your company, and thank you for your time.